hesitate to get rid of a lot of things for our son, but we also don't have a lot of storage. How do minimalist families handle this?
Congratulations, you don't have a lot of storage, which means you're not paying for a bunch of excess space that you don't need. Now, Ryan, imagine if at your apartment you had that same square footage in a house, but now you had a basement and an attic, and it was costing you twice as much to be in that space. You'd effectively be paying for storage space.
Yeah.
Now, it's not to say that storage is bad or evil. Here at our studio downstairs, we have a storage annex with a few things in there that we apply our 90-90 rule to. Have I used this in the last 90 days? If not, will I use it in the next 90 days? If not, we try to sell it or donate it or recycle it or eventually maybe even trash it. And so, Jacqueline, congratulations. Saying I don't have a whole lot of storage, let's reframe that. I don't have to pay for a bunch of excess space that I am not using. And so when you say I hesitate to get rid of things for my son, well, why do you hesitate to get rid of them? If he's no longer using them, then you're assigning a meaning to them that he's probably not assigning to them at all. We don't, as kids, we don't start assigning meaning to physical things until around age 4 or age 5. And the only reason we tend to do that is because we see our parents do it, right?
Yeah. Man, I would just posit, Jacqueline, that your son probably doesn't need 95% of the stuff that you think he needs. I mean, in fact, if you look at the opposite, there's probably 1,000 or 2,000 more items that you could probably talk yourself into getting for your son, talking yourself into the fact that he needs them. I mean, what do kids really need? They need a good home. They need some clothes. They need food. They need shelter. They need water. They need some toys. They need some entertainment. They need love. But I think often we make the mistake of falling for a lot of, it's not just marketing. That's a piece of it. But we also see, our friends and what they have for their children. Oh, my child would be happier if they had X, Y, or Z. And that's a lot of the times not the case.
And quite often, I end up regretting the things that we buy for Ella. And here's why. Because it distracts her from living the life that keeps her in the moment. Yeah, the tablet is a great example of this, right? Yeah. If there's the worst thing I've ever done as a parent is provide a glowing screen. Even though we don't let her watch it all the time, and I don't want to deprive her of it. At the same time, I can see what it does to her.
Yeah.
So quite often the things that we get for our kids simply get in the way of them living their life. Now, Ella got a few physical gifts for Christmas, not from me or Bex, because we only bought her experiences this past Christmas. But some of her extended family, of course, feels compelled to send in stuff. Tchotchkes and nonsense and fine if they want to do that. It's not totally fine because it's not really respecting our wishes. But then Ella opens them on Christmas morning. Guess what the thing she played with most was? The packing peanuts from one of the packages in which this was sent in. So I mean, the Christmas morning, she was pretending one of the things that was sent had all of these horrible styrofoam pack. I mean, it was this whole case of packing peanuts, and she was just pretending it was snowing, throwing them up in the air, rolling around in them, making snow angels, and she enjoyed the trash more than the other things, which she basically treated like trash after opening them.
Note to self: just give Ella a box of packing peanuts.
Have we ever told the story of what we did to celebrate your promotion back in the corporate world?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
But we can rehash it out.
Let's go.
And when you say we, it wasn't me.
Well, we as in the people who worked for you and me.
Twice I've had someone come up to me and randomly ask for my car keys. And both times I regretted it. Once was a family member who stole something out of my car. This was way back, probably 15 years ago. And then the other time was when I got a promotion. I'm at my retail store. I'm finishing up the last things I need to finish up at the retail store. And Josh is like, let me see your car keys. And I'm like, okay. Certainly Josh isn't going to do anything behind my back. So I had a one-on-one. I had a meeting with an employee right before I had to head down for like an hour and 30-minute drive. So from Beaver Creek, Ohio, down to like Cincinnati, which is about an hour 30 minutes. I had to have this quick meeting. So I have this quick meeting. Josh gives me back my car keys. I go out into the parking lot to open up my truck. And what Josh and this employee have done is they pranked me. Pranks are always funny when they're done to someone else. Not when they're done to you, though. And filled my truck with packing peanuts. And I was already late for this meeting. I was already like running on like, didn't have a whole lot of extra time for this meeting.
I mean, up to like his chest.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Packing peanuts.
Yes. So I open up the truck. I'm just like trying to get as many of the packing peanuts out. So much litter. I'm driving down I-75 with the windows down, like throwing packing peanuts out the window. It was hindsight.
Ryan would do that differently today.
I haven't been that mad in a long time up to that point. I was so mad.
I still don't really understand the anger.
Mainly because I was already running late to this meeting. And I ended up being late and it was like my first like legit meeting I had with my new position. So like I was just starting off on the wrong foot because I knew I'd be late eventually. I didn't plan on it being the very first time I actually had to be somewhere representing this new position that I had.
So the timing was definitely bad.
I don't understand the anger either as much as like that's what it was, and I definitely overreacted. But yeah, how would I handle that today? Holy moly, dude. I would just make whoever did it clean it up. And I wouldn't freaking go anywhere until whoever did it cleaned it up.
I don't know, man. I think that if you didn't have a meeting to go to or whatever, I think you would have found it like so hilarious.
Probably.
I think you would have probably just sat in it and like taken pictures in it or something.
Probably.
Yeah, if time wasn't of the essence, right?
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so that's the story. So anyone listening to this, if someone just randomly asks for your car keys, do not give them to that person. I guarantee you they don't have something benevolent planned for you.
I'll append it. I didn't necessarily ask for your car keys. I asked for your keys. I need to get into the stock room.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. And so I did actually go into the stock room with them and got where we were hiding the packing peanuts.
Oh man, you and Sean Reynolds. I had lunch with him.
Other Sean.
The other Sean, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's a good guy. Anyway.
Did you enjoy this video? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalists private podcast available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists today. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.